Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Cal and Dan here. Dan, are we going to be 2 sets and done, or are we going to make it all 5 on this one?
We're going all 5.
Just wondering. Real quick, we'll get straight to golf in just a second. But holy shit, did you see the French Open Championship? Djokovic and Tsitsipas, right? I don't know many Greek people that I know of. But Tsitsipas, I mean, he was feeling really good coming off of that second set victory. And all of a sudden, Djokovic, he went over the top, man. He pulled the old Sly Stallone, kicked it around backwards, and he took that guy to school, man. I'll tell you what, that French Open Championship was a hell of a lot more riveting than the finish at the Palmetto Challenge. I'll tell you. I mean, no kidding. I was watching it. My gal pal was watching it with me, and she didn't watch tennis. She was like, but I mean, it was so good. I mean, it was so on the edge of your seat. She couldn't get up. She had to finish it. Had to absolutely finish it. So I said, well, shit, let's have a bourbon. So we did. Yeah. So we had a drink and we watched Djokovic just destroy. And I don't know about destroyed, but where he was and where he wound up at, holy shit, man, was that guy impressive. I mean, that was an impressive victory, man.
So as much as we say golf is in a great space right now, you got the Brooks and Bryson feud that we're going to get into in a little bit. And Mickelson, can he win 2 back-to-back at 51 and all this great storylines? Tennis is also in a great space right now. You've got Djokovic, who's just now won his 19th major. He's one behind Federer and Nadal. He beat Nadal in the semi, which was an awesome match as well. And I'm with you, man. So I was watching the match on Sunday morning as well. And he goes 2 down. I'm like, oh, this thing's all over. And then Djokovic to come back. All I can think about was the Fast and the Furious with Paul Walker saying, dude, I so had you. You never had your car.
Exactly. Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. Hey, by the way, before I forget, check us out on Instagram, birdies_bourbon, to win this bottle. Well, not this bottle of Old Elk. You'll get a new opened one, unopened one. And it is part of the major series, our collaboration with Rochester Elite Barrel Pickers. I mean, I got that right this time. I don't know. But yeah, be sure to check us out on Instagram. You'll see some little notes, tag a friend, pick a winner, all that stuff. Pretty easy. Like the page, follow, etc. And be good to go there. What else is happening? So, I did get out. I didn't play this weekend, but I get a little practice in. And Dan, you may have saw I posted a video. I was working on my short game. TP, what's Tom Patry say? Short game, short game, short game. So I thought I would listen for once. And hey, I did need it. But I was putting, and I posted a video of me putting. And BB, thanks for the advice. I appreciate it. And Craig Foster from Dynaline Golf, boy, I got, man, well, let me just say, I got a lesson tomorrow. So it must have looked a lot worse than it felt, because he's like, yeah, we got to work on a few things. The good news, he said, a couple of sessions, man, and we'll get you straightened out. So
I would just say that if you don't improve after your lesson with Craig, he once shot a man in Reno just to watch him die.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So I don't know. That's kind of it. Hoping to get out this week or this weekend and get a round in, take Dynaline to the course, see what it does. So that should be exciting. Hopefully I'll get some video. I think we're doing it on Zoom. So I don't really know how that setup works yet, but I'm sure we'll talk about it on our next show. Be excited to bring that back to the people. Okay, so now what wasn't such an exciting victory? By the way, congratulations to one Garrick Higgo. We've got another South African Tour winner. So cheers and congratulations to Higgo. Damn, his second PGA Tour start, and he brings home the W.
I mean, where you at, Tommy Fleetwood? Where you at?
Louis O. Second PGA tournament, brings home the trophy, earns his PGA card. I mean, hey, hey, here's the deal. We've been steering Bucky in the wrong direction. We've been telling him to follow Stuart Sink's calendar. You ought to be following Higgo's calendar because you think Ricky wouldn't have liked to have had that W on his resume?
Hey, Harry, big beautiful Harry, buy a vowel. How about a no? Higgo.
Hey, hold on. So I just thought of this. Is Garrick Higgo two-time PGA tournament player? I don't know, which played 2 tournaments. Is he now ranked higher than Ricky Fowler?
Yeah, I think he's like 30 something in the world. I think. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I heard. I'll look it up real quick.
What do you think he looks like at Orange?
Well, I think he's a UNLV.
Isn't orange? Isn't that a color in the South African flag? I don't know. I hope we don't get any.
Higgo is now 39th. Yeah,
it's kind of an orange color. I guess most people would call it red, but you could kind of get a hue of that in there. I think.
Hey, you know what? Is there a guy in history that got less screen time that's won a PGA event?
Absolutely not. No, I mean DJ, boy, he was out there hamming it up, huh?
Oh, he had a chance to win. I mean, he was like 1 behind going into what, 14 or 15, and just floodgates opened, But with this field that was out there, it's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of looking going into the Open at Torrey Pines. I'm like, I don't know if DJ is going to make my card or not. But hey, congratulations to Higgo. Also, congratulations, friend of the show, Hudson Swafford. Look at him coming in at T2. Yeah,
fires a 66 on Sunday. Man, he had a really nice tournament there, every round under par. So, congratulations to Swafford, your boy Redmond. Yeah, I'll say he showed up. He shot level par or better. Fires a 65 on Thursday to I think he was tied for the lead coming into Friday. Who else of note? Ooh, my one and done, Dan. Terrell Hatton, which by the way, Hatton, what did he shoot? Shoots a 68. I don't think I saw him a single time. Now maybe I wasn't looking. I don't think I saw him a single time on TV on Sunday. By the way, how'd your one and done do, Dan?
I don't think I played last week.
You didn't play the weekend, I can tell you that.
Hey, I was doing it on a Ricky. Okay.
Yeah.
I was boycotting the US Open. Is what I was doing. I was like, you know what? You can't keep Ricky out of Farmers. You can't keep him out.
Exactly. Hey, so what happened to DJ? He shoots a 65. So he and Hadley, Doc Redman. So 65s, T1 on Thursday. And then DJ just blew up, man. Shoots a 68 on Friday. Yeah, he's still kind of in it. Shoots a 73 on moving day. He moved all right. He moved the wrong damn way. And, he comes back and he shoots 70 on Sunday. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's happened with that guy.
Yeah, I don't know either. Did Gary Player officially adopt Higgo on Sunday? I don't know. I saw some like crying in videos or something. He might be Garrett Player now. Oh, I can tell.
Oh, Garrett Player. He's probably going to go hyphenated. Garrick Higgo Player.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can do. Why drop it? That's what they know you as.
No, it's all great. There was a lot of South African support for him on Sunday. Holy cow. Wow. It was pretty cool to see. I like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I won't say I felt sorry for Hadley, but, shoot that 75 on Sunday, man. 65, 66, 68, and then 75. Man, he did not look comfortable out there on Sunday at all.
He had a good attitude coming out of it, where in his presser, he said, I'm not sure how it looked on television, but it looked bad where I was. And he had a good attitude about it. So did he keep getting better, keep going after it. So, I mean, he's got a good attitude about it. He said he had some Bojangles on the way home, which is always great. So there you go.
I think he gets free Bojangles.
Yeah, he's sponsored by Bojangles. Yeah.
We got to get Bojangles on our collar.
Oh, yeah. Right here.
Maybe we can start getting free biscuits. We can just hit the drive-through and be like, hey.
Exactly. And for those of you listening that don't know what Bojangles is, we're not talking about the Bob Dylan song. We're talking about the fried chicken restaurant here in the South.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
It is fantastic. So, Who else? Anybody else over the weekend that Harris English shoots a 74. That guy was absolutely on fire. I think he's still got something there. I think I like him coming into this week.
I thought your boy Hatton could have won the thing. I mean,
yeah.
I was really disappointed with that car group, that Hatton, Poulter, and Fitzpatrick. I thought a winner could have come from that group.
Well, Fitzpatrick was T10. I mean, shot a 66. I mean, they were scoring out there. Yeah. I did like the golf course though. I sent out a little post or a survey on Instagram asking if folks preferred sand traps or fairway bunkers, and overwhelmingly, man, they love those waist bunkers. Love the waist bunkers.
Did you have a picture of DJ in there?
No, but I did see he was grounding his club every chance that he got.
I saw Brooks Koepka was sitting on every tee marker he could get too. So
we talked about this last week. Do you think he had any intent of wanting to make it to the weekend?
It appeared all he wanted to do was that presser on Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah,
he's like, okay, if I show up and play Thursday and Friday, will you get me in the press? Will you get me in the press room on Tuesday?
Exactly.
They're like, yes, as long as we can pepper you with Brooksy questions.
Mm-hmm.
The other Brooksie. He's like, that's all I want to talk about. I only want to talk about the new Brooksy.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to act like I don't want to talk about it at all. And I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, it is so
One of these days, we're going to send you to the camp of the Patriots up there. I'm going to send you to that camp in terms of how to do a presser.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be the Billy Belichick camp of pressers. You're going to send Cal there.
Hit him with the hind. With the hind.
Exactly. I don't even know what you're talking about. Next question.
Exactly.
Hey, Brooksy. So can you tell us about this Bryson controversy? I'm only thinking about Torrey right now.
Well, hold on. We're going to talk about, we got a lot of stuff to talk about for him. So anything else to close out the Palmetto Championship? I thought the course looked fantastic. I would love it. I'd love to go play there one day. Still waiting on my invitation, by the way. I thought it was fun, man. I thought they did a good job in a short period of time. I thought the course was visually, I thought it was appealing. Looked like something that I'd like to go test out, throw a few back, and if you're there, lose a few balls.
No, it was a cool course, and again, congrats getting it ready that fast. And it played pretty tough, I thought. So some people had some troubles out there, that's for sure. And no, it was a great one. I wish it had a better field, but you're not going to get a great field like that going into the U.S. Open. Hey, I'd like to see it out there again. Yeah, it's cool for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Good place. All right, well, let's head to here we go again, flying back across. So we were just in South Carolina, then we went to Ohio. Now we're back in South Carolina. Hey, look, then we were in Texas, and then we're back to Georgia. It's like, shit, let's go to California this time. Why not?
Why not?
Hey, where's the most inconvenient spot we could travel to next? What about San Diego? I mean, hell, we'll swing right by there. No, you won't. But we're heading to San Diego. We're gonna get a chance to see a course that we don't know a lot about. We haven't seen it that often, and this place called Torrey Pines. Apparently, this golf course is named after the Torrey pine tree.
Oh,
it's novel. Who would have thunk it? What an idea! No, all jokes aside. Well, before I mention that. What do you think Tiger could have done here if he played it in his prime?
I don't know. I guess we'll never know. I mean, you're not going to hear about it this week. I'll tell you that.
So again, this is a course we see regularly on.
If you're playing a Tiger drinking game at Torrey, you are not going to have a fun weekend.
Well, you won't remember much of the weekend.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, it's do you think Rocco goes out of the country for this event?
I can tell you who's not out of the country. I don't know why. I can't even remember who won the PGA last year or this year. But holy cow, I guess somebody's in the field. They'll let you know.
He's in the field, all right.
Just ask him.
Ask him. 37 years ago, I played here, 423 times that year, and Phil is definitely milking that airtime, man. Well, I mean, when's the next chance he's going to, the next time he's going to be coming into a tournament as the most recent major winner, not this major, not the U.S. Open winner, but he is the most recent major winner. He may never get a chance to do this again, man. So he's got to ride it. Hometown kid. Hey. So again, we are heading to Torrey Pines. We're going to be playing the South Course, just over 7,700 yards. So it's definitely going to play long. Par 71. This is Poana and Kikuya from Greens and Fairways. And so I guess so. And thank you to Fantasy National. That's who we're going to be checking out the stats there when looking at our picks and who we're thinking about playing this week. But so one thing to consider, the U.S. Open hadn't been played here since 2008. And that was, that was the famous Tiger Woods, Rocco Immediate, tie it up. They come back on Monday for the playoff. And just, Rocco's that he's thinking he's got it. Even in the playoff, he's thinking he's still got it. And of course, Tiger does what Tiger does. And not so fast, Rocco. Tiger will be kissing the trophy. So, and that was the U.S. Open. So the difference in what we see, right, from the Farmers, it's played here in January. So typically the course is a little bit wetter. So it's playing even longer than what it's probably going to play. I'm thinking they're going to dry this thing out. However, and the rough is grown out considerably compared to what you would see from the Farmers earlier in the year. So I think there's some comparison there if you look at the Farmers versus the U.S. Open setup. But I think if you start to look at courses like PGA West, Riviera. I think there are some different courses you can kind of look at if you're going to take, if you want to compare courses and see kind of what's happening there. The other thing, again, as I mentioned, we're going to Poa Greens. So just coming off of, I'd say Bermuda is pretty much what we've been playing the past several tournaments. So going to be a little different change up there. I think it's going to benefit some folks. I think it's going to hurt some folks. And it's that kind of that coarse, bumpy grass that, it's not that smooth, slick, fast surface that you're getting off Bermuda. So that's definitely going to be a change up for the players. Dan, anything else on the course? One thing I did want to mention.
There was no fans at Farmers this year, right?
I don't recall seeing any there. Mm-mm.
So Rough's going to be beaten down a little bit by them, right? So that'll help out a little bit.
It's going to be, but I was watching some of the coverage today, and that stuff's thick, man. You can see like around the green, they're like bouncing their ball or throwing it in the rough, and they're hitting it out. So, and I don't know when the last time they saw rough like this would have been. I don't think they've seen anything like it since the U.S. Open last year that Bryson won. Just as far as the actual setup of the golf course is going to, what it's going to look like. So, let's see. So,
how many shots Pat Reed won the Farmers by?
Is this a trick question?
No.
Nah.
5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he ran away with that thing in January here.
Which leads me to, this is so it's everybody's saying how long the course is going to play. I think they're going to dry it out. If you were watching this morning, you can see kind of that sea that the sea cover was coming in and it's there for a better part of the day. So depending on that may be a little tricky. Is it going to be a bomber's course? Is it going to be a shot maker's course? If you think about who's won there from a farmer's perspective, I don't think anybody would. I don't even think Patrick would call himself a bomber. So I think it's going to be, if you're Bryson and you're bombing it, I think you're going to play the course one way, versus if you're Patrick Reed or Webb Simpson, you're going to have to play the course a little bit of a different way. So I think there's going to and I think there's a give and take in both. I don't know that one is more advantageous than the other. I think I'm probably looking at a little more recent form as opposed to, oh shit, I just got to air to, the bomber that's going to be hitting it the farthest. I do think it's going to be key to stay out of the rough. So I think that, fairways hit are going to be, regardless of the distance, I think that's going to be crucial. Approach, I think it's going to be the second most important, again, regardless of how far you're hitting it. And we got several par fours that are going to be playing well over 500 yards. And I think the most important is you got to get hot. You got to have somebody hot with the putter. You can't lose strokes. Even if those two don't come in for you, I think the putting is what's going to get it done. And in my model, I think Patrick Reed's ranked number 1 in putting. I'm jumping a little bit ahead, but we'll get to that in a minute. But it's I think that's really going to be key. I mean, there's a ton of good ball strikers on here. There's also a lot of folks that aren't that good off the tee, right? I mean, think about Phil a couple of weeks ago. I mean, he was pretty much playing links golf, right? I mean, now he was driving the ball considerably well, but I don't, did that kind of just happen? I mean, you got to make the swing. But again, I think there was a lot of bailout area for him that might have relaxed him in kind of what he was doing and allow him to get in that zone that he was in. So a place where you've got this rough where, you're definitely going to get penalized for missing fairways. I don't know what that does for somebody like Phil that may be struggling a little bit off the tee. So past 5 winners, and somebody is looking to, because at most tournaments, don't they have the previous year's winner at the trophy ceremony?
Yeah, I think so. I think they pair them together, right? U.S. Open winners together.
So the last 5 winners: Bryson DeChambeau, Gary Woodland, Brooks Koepka, and Dustin Johnson. I mean, these storylines are friggin' coming together just crazy. And it's like, how can you not put the last 3 U.S. Open winners in the Thursday pairing? How can you not pair them together?
You better put them together.
I mean, listen, I don't know. Are they going to give it the old beach chair treatment and fold up? I don't know. But I think that, I don't think you get any better of a platform. I don't think you could script it any better. And Pioneer, I think it was Pioneer Golf, they said there's not a better holdback man in the business than Gary Woodland. you put him in between them, right? I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Love this. Yes.
Let's see. And so, hold on. Before we get too deep, I want to talk about this guy. So, second place last year, runner-up last year to Bryson DeChambeau. By the way, Bryson won, what was he? He was 6 strokes better than Matt Wolff. Now, Matt Wolff is, he's signed up to play. It says he's playing. I haven't seen him on the course, though.
Oh, no coverage this morning, huh?
I didn't see it. Now, I didn't watch every waking moment of what they were doing, but I haven't seen him on the course, and everything that I'm reading says, you better be watching out because the injuries and personal issues may prevent him from playing this year's U.S. Open. I heard a little about the injuries. I heard nothing, 0 about any personal issues. So I don't know what he hurt. His nose? I'm just saying. I don't think he's been hanging out with Dusty. So,
he ought to be. What Matt Wolff needs is more goldfish mentality in his life. That's what he needs. He's thinking too much.
Maybe. So yeah, I don't know where he's at and what's happening. Well, I guess we'll talk about him in a minute. Storyline. Give me the over under. Do they put the past 3 champions in the lineup? Do you see, are they teeing off in the same pairing on Thursday?
All right, I'll answer that in just one second. I'll tell you right now. If they don't hear, they never will.
Totally agree. Okay. Totally agree. And if they don't do it, because you've got a legitimate reason, you can explain this to anybody, anyone that questions it, anyone that challenges it, anyone that doesn't want to see it. They're definitely not listening to us. Actually, they're not even golfers, and they don't even know who those 3 people are. But if they don't do it, they're really going to piss some people off. And let's face it. So, and this is not the PGA Tour. This is the USGA.
Right.
And the USGA I would say that they've got a little recovering to do. And where was it Chambers Bay where they got things way out of whack? And,
yeah.
Anyway, I think there's some recovering to do by the USGA in kind of getting to a spotlight, getting to where, hey, this is why we're one of them. We're a major tournament. This is why we're one of four. Because I could easily see, it's never going to happen, but I could see the players coming and saying, "Hey, look at what we do. Look at what's happening over here. Look at what these people are missing over there." I mean, you're spoon feeding them storylines. You're spoon feeding them. You're giving them exactly what the players are giving them what the fans want. The PGA is probably going, shit, we created this slush fund over here and you're ruining it for us. You are absolutely ruining this. If we don't get this, it's going to be, they will get berated by people. Anyway, I didn't give you a chance to answer.
I think it's time. Yes, I think it's time. They're going to put them together. So when will they tee off on Thursday? Like at 3 p.m. Eastern, maybe something like that?
Well, if they send them off as the final group, yeah, probably around that. Yeah, just in time for happy hour.
Exactly. It's going to be great.
Just in time for happy hour. Hold on. By the way, I'm going to go back to the Palmetto for a minute. So did you see, I think it was Hadley. He hits it in a waste bunker, calls for the rules official, and he goes, I got ants. I don't know if you saw, swear to God. So he calls the rule official over and he's like, I got ants, fire ants. And the rules official's like, nah, those aren't fire ants. You see, there's like one over here and one over there. He's like, if those were fire ants, they would be swarming. And yes, fire ants are dangerous, but those are not fire ants. Now, I didn't know as a PGA rules official, you also had to be a wildlife expert.
Yeah, you do. You have to be a wildlife expert. You have to go to the Belichick press conference school.
I have a feeling, and I've got a really strong feeling. Number one, that this old elk is fantastic. But number two, that I bet one of those two guys, they're going to play together. If it happens, they'll play together for 2 days. One of the two guys are going to call bullshit on the other one. And I think it ain't going to take very long because you know Bryson is going to slow play the hell out of Koepka. You know he is. He is going to milk that clock. You know. And I don't know really what Brooks can do. Well, Brooks is probably just going to play. I think Brooks is just going to speed through. I think
maybe that brings up a good point. Maybe that's why Brooks was practicing sitting on everything he could possibly sit on at the Palmetto. He's like, I'm going to be playing
God, that is so good.
Week. I didn't so slow next week. I'm just going to be here dangling on my feet, just waiting.
That's exactly what he was doing.
He was, yep. He knew they were going to pair him.
Okay, well, hold on just a second. Have you heard that anywhere else?
No.
That's exactly what he was doing. He was putting on theatrics for the. I can't believe nobody else has picked up on this, Dan. You keep that up, and you're going to be intern for the next year.
That's right. Maybe even senior intern.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. No, wait a minute. That's exactly what he was doing. So he did not want to be there. He did not want to play the weekend. He had no intention of playing the weekend. Nope. He was there to get $4 million. He was there he was there to go through the presser, and he was there to go and sit on every hole, showing and ragging on. I can't believe nobody else has picked up on this.
We'll go with it. We'll push it out there.
I can't believe nobody. That has to be what he was doing. Exactly. I've never seen him do that ever. Even when his knee was hurting, he was like stretching the knee or doing this and doing that. He wasn't going through the theatrics of, I'm going to have to spend the next golf tournament I show up at, I got to spend the next 2 days with the procrastinator.
The scientist where science takes forever.
Yeah, exactly. You really got to think that stuff there. I guarantee you that's what he was doing. That is so good. It's so good. It's
going to be hilarious if he starts sitting on everything at the U.S. Open too.
Oh, I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to like speed play through, and he's going to rush it, and he's going to try to screw with his head, and that he's hitting everything so fast I think that's where he's going to wind up going in, because I don't think Woodland. I don't think of Woodland as that slow of a player.
No.
And again, I don't think Woodland isn't going to choose sides. Woodland's going to go out there and play his round. But I definitely think that he's going to pressure him into rushing and try to screw him up. And they are going to call wait and see, man, that this is going to turn into it. Hey, Vince McMahon, great job. Maybe they got Jerry the King Lawler writing for him. Who knows?
Always surprised if Brooks has got a stop clock out there timing Bryson's shots. 1 stroke penalty right here.
Is that against the rules? Hey, they've taken this gentleman's game, and they're definitely as Emerald would say, bam, let's kick it up a notch.
There you go.
All right, man. Let's jump over to. Hell, we could spend the next. I don't know.
So this really is going to be the year of the shades, right? So it's all about shades. You got Hideki's a big shades guy. Oakley's right. He won the Masters, and you got Shades of all shades won the PGA. Yeah. You got Higgo was sporting shades yesterday, and then Fowler's on the bandwagon with his prescription shades. It's the year of the shades. Pick somebody this week that's going to wear shades.
Ooh, Adam Scott. He's a big Oakley guy. He really likes this golf course. So hey, before we get into the players, and I could be completely wrong about this, but if I heard correctly, it was on I think the golf channel they were talking about it. I would have never looked this up. I don't know why I would have even thought about it. There's never been a left-handed player win the U.S. Open.
Really? Well, that's surprising.
I mean, I don't know. Call me crazy. Send us a comment. Tell me I was drinking too much. Actually, don't tell me that. Just tell me I got it wrong. Well, you can tell me I was drinking too much, but I'll disagree with you. I'd say I wasn't drinking enough. I was still a little cloudy.
That's right. I wasn't peaked yet.
Exactly. And I wasn't in my prime.
All right, take us there.
Okay, here we go. So we got 156 players. I think we covered last week on how they got there. They qualified in some form or fashion. We're going to take the top 60 in ties that are going to move on to the weekend. We have at $10,000 and above. We probably want to share a little about all of these guys quickly, briefly, maybe not every single, but Rahm, Spieth, DJ, Brooksy, and Brooks. Bryson. I better call him Bryson. That way people don't get confused. So Bryson and Brooks.
For the purposes of this show, we'll do it. Yeah.
Exactly. So who? I don't know. Shit, man. If you could play, do all 5 people make the cut line?
No, absolutely not. So we talked about this with Rahm. He's coming off of the COVID, but I mean, we were talking 2 weeks ago, who's the number 1 player in the world? I told you it was Rahm. He goes out and destroys Memorial, then
leading by 6, and it's like, hey, you're playing too good. You're out of here.
Yep. So if he plays like that, it could be another runaway. Looking at Fantasy National here, last 24 rounds at Torrey, 2nd off the tee, 38th putting, 12th DK points, 4th shots gained total. The guy plays well here. That's 15 rounds. So, I mean, he's a solid choice. I have no issues with playing Rahm in terms of the COVID thing, right? I mean, I think he's in great form. I told you the only thing that was concerning me was the putter, because he changed all of his clubs, and that was the one that was dragging the most in terms of getting it back up to speed.
It wasn't at Memorial.
Right. He got it back in line. So, I mean, isn't Callaway in San Diego?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yep. Rombo comes home. Here we go. I mean, I don't think you go wrong there.
So nor do I. Spieth, his numbers, and again, by the way, we're looking at last 24 rounds. We're only looking at Torrey Pines South. Mm-hmm. So Spieth's numbers don't necessarily look good. If you go back to recent form and you take out Torrey Pines and look at the last 24, I think he's at the top of the leaderboard. As far as strokes gained total. So I don't know, if Spieth, if he drives the ball the way that he can drive the ball, meaning not that missing fairways, I think he's going to be in trouble with the rough there. I think a lot of these guys are. I think if he gets hot with his putter, and typically he doesn't putt the best on POA. So, I think that I'm probably questioning that. DJ,
hold on, real quick on Spieth real quick. So he missed the cut here in January. Was that before? It wasn't before. Like the next week, he was 4th at Waste Management, then 3rd at AT&T. So he was 46 at the Masters. So it was his first event of the year, was the Farmers. But does a miscut scare you early in the year? Here.
It scares me to play him here. Yeah. I mean, I think that we could see some of the same results. I mean, I think we're going to get the same player that's played the other, that had the win, earlier, 5 weeks ago. I think we're going to get that same player. I don't know that this course necessarily sets up the best for him. So that's what scares me about the miscut, is I think we could potentially see another miscut out of Spieth.
Yeah, so earlier in the year when he did play here last, he was minus 0.3 shots putting, minus 0.6 off the tee. He gained 0.3 on approach, gained 0.4 around the green, flat tee to green, and 0.1.
Right, but if you're missing fairways and you're not making putts, I mean, that's not a good recipe for
exactly.
So yeah, again, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to see him make the cut. I don't see him in contention necessarily, but a lot of folks that responded to our bourbon giveaway, they seem to think a little different. So yeah, lots of Spieth Island participants there. Which hey, fan of Spieth, man. I hope he does win. Yeah. I hope he does win, but I don't see it necessarily agreeing with him. DJ, he's missed missed 2 major cuts in a row, and did he look great last week? Well, I wouldn't call it great. I think that the course last week looked nothing like what he's going to see this week. I mean, we went from 0 rough to, it's going to be, above your ankle rough. And there's no way they're cutting that shit. It's only going to get taller. So some of the things that, he was missing off the fairway, right? I mean, he was missing the fairways. So I don't think that's going to bode well for him. I mean, again, he looked really good on Thursday at Congaree, and then Saturday he kind of blew up, and he was missing a lot of fairways. So I think that doesn't really bode well for him.
Overall, he was green everywhere last week. So tee to green, he gained 7.3 shots against the field, 3 off the tee, 2.4 on approach, 1.9 around the green, and 2 putting. So I mean, he was in good form last week, that's for sure. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pop this week.
I wouldn't either. But think about it like this: if you saw what Jon Rahm did 2 weeks ago, and Jon Rahm is not the number 1 player in the world. He looked like he was the number 1 player in the world. And how many weeks now have we seen DJ that's sitting at the number 1 player in the world, and it's kind of going, I don't know if he really looks like the number 1 player in the world.
He does like this course. Last 21 rounds at this course, 3rd off the tee. The putting's bad though, 60th, 13 TK points, 16th shots gained total, 7th tee to green. So, I mean, he can ball strike it around here, but the putters doesn't look good around here. Right?
Absolutely. Let's see who else. DeChambeau. I mean, I think he is the reigning U.S. Open champion. Just ask Brooks. He'll be sure not to tell you. And I mean, I think here's where we are with Bryson, and I think these types of courses, and the typical commentary is, well, even if he misses, he's strong enough, he's powerful enough, he's going to be able to hit it out of the rough. In my model, he's ranked number 1 off the tee. And he's ranked 36th in putting. So, he's gaining 10 strokes on the field off the tee. He's gaining 6.9 strokes in the field in putting. His weakest area is his approach. It's probably because he's missing fairways, but I don't know. I think of what I saw out of Bryson. He's got 1 top 15 in 6 starts here, if I'm looking at that correct.
Does he have a bunch of starts here?
Yeah, let me make sure I'm not screwing that up. That's what I wrote down in my notes. So okay. No, that's not right. Yeah,
I'm only seeing 2 rounds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, scratch that one.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing a whole lot of history here. But we know he can drive the ball, and we know how well he did out of the rough last year at the U.S. Open, so he's going to have an advantage there. The question is he in great form? I don't know.
Oh no. So what I'd said in my notes is he's got 1 top 15 in his past 6 starts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So not at Torrey Pines. I'm just saying in his past 6 tour starts. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's can he get it done? Well, hey, his pedigree speaks for itself, right? In
sure.
the sense, yeah. So yeah. Koepka, I mean, shit, at this point, man, it's like, you think when they say, hey, Brooks, if you couldn't be a professional baseball player, what do you want to be? And before it's like, well, I guess I'll go be a golfer, but I really want to be a professional baseball player. It's like, well, okay, well, you're not good enough. It's like, okay, well, I'll go be a golfer. Do you think when you ask him now, he's going to be like, well, I want to be an actor?
I think Brooks could be a great actor. I think he acts every time he's in a press conference. Now, I'll tell you, I think when it comes to majors, Brooks gets really happy. He's like, I really love this stuff. This is fun for me. This is the World Series. And I know as much as people will pick on him for his whole major rhetoric and that all he cares about is majors, and they say, oh, he works hard for all the tournaments and so on. There is a consistent pattern with him in majors and how well he plays at these. Now, he missed a cut at the Masters, right? But he was second at the PGA. I think this is going to play a lot like the PGA in terms of the length and the wind and everything. I'm not saying the greens, but I'm saying a lot kind of like that. No. Again, not the greens.
I think there's other places that I might tie into other than that, but I can see what you're saying. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. It's on the water, a lot of wind. It's going to be long. Yeah. But I think he could do well here. I do. And if you look at his history here, he's played. Let me get the other screen. He's played 5 rounds here. He is 28th tee to green, 6th off the tee, and the putting 76 on the putting. So the putting has not been good here. So, and we'll see. So if $10,000 and above, who you taking? Who you fading?
I'm taking. Shit. It's a squirrely one. I'm taking John Rahm. I'm taking Brooks Koepka. I think there's plenty of things that could get there and be noisy. Is Rahm going to be tired? Is Rahm, did he really have COVID? And is it kind of, when I had it, I didn't feel like playing golf, 10 days afterwards. I can tell you that. So I don't know what that's going to do. I'm kind of going with it. He didn't, it was asymptomatic and he's moving on just fine. I'm fading Spieth. I hate to say that, but I'm fading Spieth just because it doesn't look like he really sets up well in Lexus golf course. And I'm fading DeChambeau. I think that I hope and hey, this is asterisk fading DeChambeau if they're paired together.
Okay, let's go on the record and say, you just asked me in the beginning, are all these guys going to make the cut? And absolutely all could make the cut. Now, from a statistical perspective, probably not all going to make the cut. I don't think we're really fading any of these guys. We don't not like any of these guys. I'm saying of these, if you had to pick a fade. Now, if you don't have one, you don't have one. I don't think either one of us are saying, oh, I'm definitely fading that. We're not going to do that. But we do both like Koepka and Rahm the best. I'll say that.
Yeah. All right. So we've been going for a minute, so let's kind of, we don't need to hit on all these guys. Hey, first time Rory hasn't been in the top tier in how long?
It's been a while.
Rory is now sitting in the B squad. JT's sitting in the B squad. Morikawa the B squad. Xander's in the B squad. I said we ain't going to talk about these guys. Every single person that's $9,000 or better, they have the ability to win. I guess everybody on here, they're professional. Nah, everybody doesn't have the ability to win. Let me scratch that. What did Brooks say? You can cancel out the top, cancel out 10%, and take out another 50%, and then give me like another 10. I'm screwing that quote up, but yeah, he said he's not worried about most people. Here's some people that I think in the $9,000 range. X-Man. That guy is, let's see, played in 4 U.S. Opens at T6 or better. He was T2 in January at the Farmers. So hometown boy, once again. I think I wouldn't say now those were U.S. Opens, not necessarily Torrey. And I don't think that Xander necessarily has the best Torrey record. But I think that, looking at what happened last week, he does have a good U.S. Open record. And I think that's the thing you got to consider, the conditions are going to change. So I think I like him here. I like Patrick Reed, just won the Farmers in January. And again, we're talking, we got bombers and you've got shot makers and short game experts. I think I like Patrick Reed here. Cantlay. I can't argue with anybody.
I could live in the $9,000 category. I can't fade anybody there. I can't fade anybody. Maybe Finau, because just recent form.
Finau's great here. He loves this place.
I know.
He loves this place.
I know he does.
He loves Torrey Pines.
It was him and Reed going at it, right? I mean, in January. I know. I mean, I'm just saying these past results haven't been that great. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Finau, by the way, is in the $8,900 range. So
we can't hold
that thought. Yeah.
Hey, so shame on DraftKings. Shame on them.
Hey, Dan, that thing I said about you making it intern for another year. We'll talk about that.
So, do you think this is going to mess with Rory's head at all? Wozniacki just had a kid like a day ago.
Well, the question is it his?
Oh, no.
Is it his? Because if it's his, it probably is going to mess with his head a little bit. So I don't think, hey man, I mean, pick who you want out of the $9,000 range. I can't, I'll give you, I'm not fading anybody. You know who I would fade here I would fade JT. He does not play well at Torrey Pines. So I'll give you a fade on JT for sure. I'm not putting him in a lineup. That probably means he's going to win the damn thing. But Rory, I think the Quail Hollow thing might have been, I think Rory's making the cut for sure. I don't see him contending for the win. But Morikawa, Xander, Victor Hovland, it definitely could happen. Cantlay, I mean, who we were talking about him going to the Memorial. It's like, maybe. And then, but I do think Colin Morikawa lost the Memorial versus Cantlay. I mean, Cantlay won it. He had to keep himself in that position he had to put him keep himself in a position to get lucky. And he did do that. Morikawa couldn't do it. I could see Morikawa, kind of firing back on that. The other thing that's going to be interesting is to see, we're going to have fans here. We're going to have fans at the US Open. We're going to have a lot of players that aren't used to having fans around, right? And there's some veterans here. I'm going to say young veterans that have played in front of fans before. But, it's not like you've been playing on the tour for 25 years and it's like, oh shit, I'm just numb to that. I mean, there's going to be some of that energy and, it's going to be
those rowdy Cantlay fans are going to get him all jazzed up.
Brooksy.
Cantlay fans. They're all those Cantlay fans.
Maybe they'll start calling him Brooksy. I don't know.
Morikawa for me, man. I mean, that guy has been playing lights out golf. You saw him at the Memorial. He's a California kid, and this just screams accuracy to me. And if he can roll it on the greens, I think he's got a good shot here. 34th in putting here last 24 rounds, which he's played 3 rounds here. So.
I'm going Xander and Reed for my two plays there. And I mean, those guys may be extremely chalky. So, that would be something to take a look at, but Reed's 5th in putting, 5th around the green.
Early stuff says Xander 17% owned and Reed 15% owned.
Yeah. 3rd in total strokes gained for Reed. So, being the most recent winner, again, it's going to play different, but I think he, Kez kind of reins him back and get the ball and play off the tee. And that's probably, that's his worst categories off the tee, but you keep it in play. And even so, I mean, his short game is so good. I think that he's going to be a guy and his putting, right? As long as his putter's hot, I think he's a guy that can kind of salvage maybe if he's having a shitty week off the tee. So, all right. So $8,000 range. This is so sick, man. I mean, just the field itself. I mean, you can go through and it's hard to find. We'd be better off talking about somebody we didn't want to play versus who we did want to play.
In these 2 categories, and the first 3 categories, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable. So I don't know. You,
we talked about it. You said Finau is he's the Torrey kid, right? I mean, he loves this place, and I agree with you. He does.
I mean, in my model on Fantasy National, and he's ranked 1st, and I didn't build it to get him there. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not against Tony Finau. There's probably a lot of other people I gravitate or would rather watch than Finau, but he's ranked 1st in strokes gained total, 2nd in tee to green. 4th in DraftKings points and $8,900. I mean, I don't know. You could probably argue he's a better value than anybody than the top 5 players here. But so I don't know. He'll probably go in a lineup or 2 for me. Matsuyama, I've got a big fade on Matsuyama here.
He's played here a lot. He's played 20 rounds here, and in the model, he's 10th shots gained total. So that's a bold statement. I think you might be a little bit more skeptical about Scotty Scheffler. He's only played 2 rounds here, and there's a lot of red.
Yeah, totally. I couldn't disagree with, or I wouldn't disagree with that statement.
What do you think about Weber here?
Love him.
Love him.
I love Webb Simpson. He's made 16 straight major cuts. There's the first reason to say yes. And yeah, I mean, what's not to like about? Well, I guess I should take that back. So approach not great. He's number 1 in putting. So I mean, that's going to be crucial that we get something going there. He's 4th in strokes gained short game. So I think we got some potential with Webb here, man.
Yeah, there you go. You had to get a great stat there about how many he's won. Zalatoris has been on fire. I mean, you can't go wrong there, right?
I don't think so. I think I like Zalatoris. I'm going to zip down a little bit on you. I actually like Louis Oosthuizen in here. If his back's okay, if the back is good, right now he's ranked 1st in strokes gained putting on tour. 4 top 10s in his U.S. Open career, and he was T3 last year. So the setup really, I think, works really well for him from a sense of the U.S. Open setup, right? I mean, he's he plays well during these tournaments. So if the back holds up, I saw him doing some drills, that kind of get on the range today. So I like Louis O here.
29th at Farmers this year.
Who else? Hatton. I think this is his first outing at Torrey Pines.
That scares me a little bit.
Well, it scares me too. But I mean, that dude was playing. I mean, he looked good last week, man. So we haven't seen much of him anyway. So
has Smith cooled, or are we still on Smith?
I'll tell you, a lot of people on that are following our giveaway on Instagram, they're on Smith.
No, he's so 59th at the PGA, and he missed the cut at the Memorial.
Yeah.
Justin Rose is one guy here that I may play like a top 20 on. 24 rounds, so he's played here a lot, and he is 3rd in DK points, 8th in putting, 2nd around the green, 93rd off the tee, but 28 shots gained total. So I mean, he likes this place. I would be. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I missed that line up. So I'm sorry. 8th shots gained total, 4th tee to green, 23rd off the tee, 11th approach, 9th around the green, 53rd putting, and 3rd in DK points. I was on the answer on the tee there, but so yeah, he likes this place. Rose does.
Yeah. I don't think I think Rose is a good play. I'm probably fading answer here.
Yeah, we're down in the $7,000 range now.
Yep. Shit.
It's okay.
Let's see. So who am I picking in the 8,000? Probably just said it. I like Simpson and Oosthuizen out of the 8,000.
And Finau.
Yeah, and Finau. If I have to. 7,000s. I'll take Paul Casey all day long. I don't know. Mickelson. Does Mickelson get anything done? Is he got? I mean, he's showing up like he's going to get something done. But is it there, or is that pipe dreams, man?
Well, he's older, so all that press he's going to be doing, and there's a lot of mouth running more than usual. I don't think he's my favorite in this category. I like Kokrak in this category. I mean, he's been on fire. He's been on fire. He's got the distance to be able to support it, and that putter is just so hot. It just sets up well. I like Sam Burns here. I like Paul Casey. I like all those guys over Phil here.
So in my model, Gary Woodland is ranked number 1 in DraftKings points. That's until you pair him with Brooks and Brooksie on Thursday, and they're just going to destroy his friggin' stats, man. That's going to be it has to be uncomfortable. I'll tell you. And you know who Gary Woodland is tied with number 1 in DraftKings points? Who? Looking at the past 24 rounds.
Oh boy.
At Torrey Pines South Course. G'day, mate. Let's throw another shrimp on the barbie. Adam Scott. And I actually love him here, man. I think he plays really well. Let's see, I thought I made some notes about Adam. So he's made 15 out of his last 16 cuts. 2 trips to Torrey. We got a T10 and second place finish. So what more does a man want?
I like Sink. If you're going for lower sevens, I like Sink here. He's been playing lights out golf. He's got the distance. If you look at last 24 rounds, he's played 24 rounds here. Shots gained total 37th, 52nd DraftKings points, 10th tee to green, 4th ball striking, 7th on approach, 24th off the tee, 84th in putting. But for $7,200, I think it's a good play. Garrick Higgo, he's not played here before. He's hot. So maybe him. I am fading the honeymooner.
Westy,
sure.
huh?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's probably going to be a little tired, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of red on the screen, so definitely not a place he loves. So I can see why he's honeymooning there.
Got a lot of nothing on my screen right now. That is my internet, by the way, not anything else. But who do I like here? Lowry, he's in 7,000s, isn't he? Or did I miss him in the?
Yeah, he's $7,600. Yep.
Yeah, so I think Lowry's probably a good play here if you're in the $7,000 range. Where Harris English is at, I think Harris English is a guy you got to kind of look at just based on what, I mean, didn't have the best Sunday, but overall, I mean, I think he's got his game going in a good direction.
Mm-hmm. Palmer play here in January. Let me see. Yeah, he played. He was second here in January. I like Palmer here. I thought I liked Palmer here. Yeah. Farmers, he was second in January.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right behind P. Reed.
Mm-hmm. It's a good play right there. $7,100 Palmer. 17 rounds here. 11th off the tee. 33rd in putting. All right. You want to go down to the $6,000 range?
It's really screwing up over here. Yep. Who do I like in the 6,000s? Jimmy Walker, oddly enough. I mean, this could, and he hasn't been playing as bad as he's been playing in the past. So I think there's something turning around in Jimmy's game. He's ranked 14th in strokes gained total, 4th in putting. Off the tee, he's struggling a little bit. He's ranked 90th, but short game, he's ranked 3rd. So, I think there's probably something there with Jimmy Walker. I think Brendan Steele's probably a good play. Like if you went really heavy in the $9,000 or $10,000 range, I think Steele's probably got something for you. He's ranked 22nd strokes gained total. And I don't know who you liking down there.
Well, I saw Johnny Vegas played pretty well last week, didn't he? I mean, he's long off the tee.
Oh, yeah, he was T2. Yeah, so Vegas could be a really good play here.
Yep.
Putting, he's ranked 42nd here in putting. So, and he's got a few, 24 rounds under the belt. So, it's probably not a bad play. Kisner doesn't, not much here. He didn't make the cut last week. He's in the home state, so probably steering clear of that.
I always tell you I like this guy, and it's always I like Laird. I like Laird a lot. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I played him last week, and
didn't work out too well last week. Yeah.
Got him to California earlier. I can tell you that. Yeah,
and you already talked about Walker. So yeah, I mean, there's some plays down there for sure. You got Wyndham Clark's down there. He can drive the crap out of the ball. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I think it's. I think if you need to go there, that's another play to look at for sure.
There's 20th at Schwab. He missed the cut at Memorial. He's been playing decent. Yeah.
All right, let's go to one and done, and you get to go first this time.
Oh, okay. So I was debating. I've got a couple guys left. I've been saving for the majors. I played Rahm already. I played Spieth. I played DeChambeau. So I kind of had DJ, Brooksy left. I played Rory. So between Brooksy and DJ, I was thinking to myself, who wants this the most out of those two guys? And I think that Brooksy could not picture a better scenario than taking that trophy from Bryson DeChambeau. I think he wants this. I think he's going to have some fake blood on the knee, just like that Tiger thing. Like think Kurt Schilling, Red Sox kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Anything he can bring out to just get a little bit of edge over Bryson, I think he's going to do this week. I'm going Koepka.
Well, I think that's a fantastic pick. And even if he doesn't win his 3rd U.S. Open, I believe, he is definitely going to win $4 million with the theatrical that he is going to put on. the performance that this man is going to do, not with a golf club, but just around and on the location that is Torrey Pines. He is going to win $4 million. So either way, Brooks Koepka comes out a winner. By default, I think also Bryson DeChambeau comes out a winner. So, yeah, give me Bryson.
Oh, you're taking Bryson.
Give me Brooksy. Yeah, I'll see you. Hey, I'll see your win, and I'll double down. Give me Brooksy.
Nice, perfect.
We'll see where that goes. So, yeah, it should be fantastic. I mean, the stage couldn't be any higher than what it is right now. The bar couldn't be set any higher than what it is right now. It's at Torrey Pines. You've got Phil coming in, hometown kid. You've got this. I can't believe that you actually pulled that Brooks thing with him sitting on the coolers waiting on Bryson. I don't know how I missed that, but clearly I didn't. That's exactly what he was doing. You got Higgo coming in. Holy shit. What if it's back-to-back wins and the third start on the PGA Tour is a major championship? I mean, how crazy would that be? Mm-hmm. How crazy. Yeah, there is too much good stuff going on right now with the PGA Tour. I hope the USGA takes advantage of this, and I hope they see it as their time to shine, and they take advantage of what these guys are giving you, because hey, they're out there to make a living.
There you go. Couldn't be any better, man. I am so stoked for this week. Thursday can't get here soon enough. Man, Brooksie, Brookson.
Brookson. Yeah. Hey, thanks everybody for listening to the show. We really appreciate it. We'd appreciate a like. We'd appreciate a follow. Share it with a friend. If there's anything you want to hear, any topics you'd like for us to talk about, if there are any local distilleries or spirits folks or breweries in your area that you'd like to get us on, thanks to a follower in California for hooking us up with Drift Distilling, and I'll have to get back to you on the other one but they did get back to us, and we're going to get some time to have them on the show and sample some product. So we always appreciate people reaching out and letting us know, hey, check these people out. Great folks. It's really, it's a fun way to be able to connect. So we appreciate it. And be sure to check out our Instagram, birdies_bourbon. We will be doing a random drawing for a bottle of Old Elk, the Major Series barrel pick. Dan?
That's it. Cheers.
Let's let the feud continue. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.